Hello, everyone. Dr. McIntosh here with College and Career Readiness 101. This week, I'm going to be talking to you about text structures. It's just within the words itself, text structures. Many times, the text is going to be arranged and it's going to be systematically arranged in a manner to help your overall takeaway. The message, the theme, or the moral of your reading is all in perspective, and there's a rationale for why the words are written the way that they're written, the style, the word choice, and even the presentation. When we think about author's purpose and the reason behind why the author wrote in the manner to which they did, it's all for an intended outcome. Your takeaway is very critical, and you want to make sure that you're identifying the various different styles so that you can kind of shape that overall understanding, and you will walk away with a better comprehensive manner than you would ultimately if you really didn't have these strategies, if you will, in place. Now, we've already been on a continuum in our series. We began with the immediate recall. That's where we immediately recall what we've just read. We've done that and been building up our momentum. Remember, we started the suggestion that I gave with one paragraph and then building to where you can make it a page, stopping, asking some questions to yourself, being able to have or devote at least 1 to 2 sentences about what you've read page by page so that you're able to be grounded, have a solid, comprehensive approach to the reading and the subject material at hand. Then we moved into focused reading. Focused reading with the idea of thought is I need to make sure that all of my needs are met and all of my personal things are taken care of prior to reading, because I want to reduce the likelihood of having distractions. I want to reduce the likelihood of having to reread and waste time for redundancy. And I want to make sure that I am actively participating in the reading with my posture, my surroundings, and being in control of what's at hand and what's important at that moment, and that is reading the assigned reading that you have been given. Now, looking at the text structures, how are the words arranged? We'll be talking specifically this week about diving in and understanding compare and contrast. That might be two different things that are mutually exclusive, but they might have some commonalities. When you think about a Venn diagram, for example, and we'll be discussing this as time continues during the semester, where within that overlapping circle, you find some commonalities. But the mutually exclusive components are articulated where the circle does not meet. And so again, we compare and contrast a red Ford vehicle versus a blue Ford vehicle, and so on and so on. One restaurant, one Italian restaurant versus another one. You're comparing and you're contrasting, finding similarities and differences, okay? Equally to that, cause and effect. We think about that sometimes when our parents are bargaining with us when we were younger. You're thinking, well, because you did this, this is what the effect is going to be. And so when we think about the cause and effect applied to multiple different curricular areas, you will find yourself thinking about, okay, again, there's this clear distinction between cause and effect and compare and contrast. While it does call you to be very intensive in your thought process, there are some distinct differences. Chronological order, sequence. I think about a timeline immediately. I'm drawn to social studies. Our social sciences follows that continuum. When we talk about the first permanent settlement, Jamestown, Virginia, 1607 in most history books, and you walk through present day time, through the Civil War, through emancipation, all of the various different things as we talk about the U.S. history and how our country came to where we are today, that chronological order, and being able to break down even those words, chronos, referring to time. We'll be talking this week specifically about how the author arranges the text. That's what text structures is ultimately all about. And they arrange the text specifically for an intended outcome. The author wants you to walk away with a great amount of information, and you want to maximize that opportunity. And as you are able to identify some of the root words and stems that are going to guide you into knowing what style of writing you are reading from the author, that's what's going to help you have a stronger framework and be able to apply this strategy this week to your current repertoire of reading strategies. More information will be coming to you, and know that again, one day at a time. I know that we're adding on strategies each week, but again, you will walk away with a toolkit that's going to help you not only in this class, but as you continue on your trajectory, matriculate and graduate on time with your degree. Have a great week, and know that the best is yet to come. Take care.